Welcome, viewers. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and welcome to first-timers. This is part of my daily video uploads, which I will be posting every morning at 9 a.m., so keep checking in every day. My goal is simply to share my perspective and to encourage you all as the community to share your perspective with us. The goal is to create understanding of the way that other people see the world and see these topics that I discuss. A lot of what I say and I do, I believe has validity because of the experiences that I have, and that is why I want to share them with you today. So today I'm going to talk about formal education. In other words, school. In brief, I'll touch on whether I think school is necessary, what I admire about school, what frustrates me about it, and my experience in school. Once again, thank you for your friendship, and I hope this is beneficial. Let's dive in. So I just want to start by saying that school can be a wonderful thing, and it can be a horrible thing at the same time. It really depends on the person and what kind of environment they thrive in. It's really about personality. Some people just are not meant to be in a mass social setting for learning. Others can't imagine being isolated in a room alone and just reading textbooks as a way of learning. We all have our own ways of learning, and that's what makes schooling so challenging. Many of us fall somewhere in between these two extremes. There are so many factors, and a lot of them can make or break an individual. But what really determines the value of school to a student comes down to an individual's ability to take in the good and the bad and make it through the education system. No education system in the world, as far as I know, is perfect or the ideal setup. They each have their own flaws, and if somebody really wants to benefit from any education system, they really need to have the right personality, the right approach to learning, and the proper motivations/reasons for being at school. Unfortunately today, I think that if you want to somewhat easily get a job or have a chance at a well-paying job, you do need to have a college degree, because otherwise businesses won't even consider you. They'll look at your resume, see no college education, and dismiss you, which I think is completely wrong. And I think this is one of the first mistakes, because I think that soft skills and culture at a company are much more important than these hard skills. Learning how to put together an engine may be applicable at one job, but not at other jobs. And on the other hand, communication, which is a soft skill, is applicable everywhere. There's no doubt about that. So I think that businesses really should be focused on soft skills, and even schools should be focused on teaching these soft skills. But oftentimes, the education that you received is looked at first. Okay, so here is a chart that I made of the good, the bad, and the mixed feelings that I have about school. So if you take a look here, these are the goods. There's opportunity to meet new people, to connect, and to network. It also allows for the opportunity to find your interests at a fairly low cost compared to going straight out into the world, laying it all out on the table, and possibly losing it all. And then when it comes to job applications, it shows that you are hardworking and have the ability to persevere through some really tough times. That is, if you make it through school and have decent grades. Now, what I see that's bad about schooling is the following. Primarily, it is a one-size-fits-all model, and that's the biggest flaw in school. There really is no way around this, and because schooling is a service for the masses, there cannot be tailored programs, settings, and environments for each student. It would just be too complicated. Maybe in the future this will be possible, but even then I think everyone will be learning from home with tablets and on the internet. Another bad part of school is the drama. It's frustrating, potentially detrimental to performance, and adds unneeded stress and complication to life. I personally have experienced the negative sides of this, and I'm sure many of you have as well. There really is no way around this because it's brought by the individuals who attend the institution or the school. And there's no way to really weed out the drama makers. I also see that because the schooling system is so heavily influenced and funded by the government, decisions are made that are far removed from the source and that are oftentimes bad decisions. There's not enough insight on behalf of the decision makers because they have to manage such a large system with parts that all need different things. And this also plays a role in the fact that schools are so slow to act and often behind the curve when it comes to topics, concepts, technology, and other things like that. Now, I have really strong mixed emotions about the following. So my mixed emotions are on the thought that a strong determinant of a student's success, especially in K through 12, relies on the teachers that they have. If you get a great teacher and who really helps you, then it makes things much more enjoyable and less challenging. If you have a great teacher, then the desire to learn and the ability to learn becomes a lot more captivating and motivating, and even easier in some sense. But if you have a horrible teacher, it makes things 10 times more challenging and oftentimes deters people from wanting to learn, which is a very big problem. I have been very fortunate in my life to have great teachers, but I know others who have struggled because of the classroom environment and the teacher. And this to me is a really big deal because we do not hire teachers in the right way. In other countries, being a teacher is a prestigious position. In the United States, I feel like it's more like I didn't make it into my field of choice, so I decided to become a teacher. Or it wasn't my first choice, but this is my second choice and I am happy doing it. Of course, there are all of you who are teachers who love to teach, and I really appreciate all of you, because without you guys who are passionate about what you're doing, it's hard to get students passionate about learning. So thank you all. But the thing is that just like with ourselves, if we are not motivated or driven to do something, we will not succeed. And that's why a lot of other teachers struggle to help make the learning experience great. The way the teacher feels rubs off a lot on the students and affects their ability to succeed. And that's why it's such a problem, but also such an opportunity for benefit. And that's why I have mixed emotions. Now I could go on forever talking about so many parts of the education system. What's good, what's bad, why it is, and so much more. And hopefully I can talk more about some solutions in the future in another video. But right now, I do not know enough to give you solid ideas. Plus, this is a very complicated problem, and I believe it merits more time for research and investigation than I have to offer. I do suggest, though, that in our community, we can gather information and learn from each other. So I would love to explore and compare, and maybe you all can help with that through this video in the comments below. Also, feel free to share anything about schooling, your experience, what you think about it, responses to things that I've said in this vlog. I encourage it all because this is really about sharing perspective and growing as a community. So I will leave you with these closing thoughts. School is not for everyone, but if you do not go to school, you must really be a go-getter, be willing to take risks, and ready for challenges. Not to say that school does not have challenges itself, but creating a name for yourself without education today is tougher than it was 30 or 40 years ago. So if you're young and watching this, stay in school as long as possible. You will regret dropping out of K through 12. If you are approaching college, start thinking about what you want to do in life. If you really don't know, then go to college. It's a great opportunity to figure it all out. If you do know and are ready for the risk, then go out there and start doing what you believe you're passionate about. And for everyone else, remember your days of schooling and consider those days when you talk to others and help others who are currently in school. Your insights can and always will be able to help someone. And that's why we have this community. Thank you all for your time and dedication to this channel. If you feel led, please do share with all of us in this community your thoughts on this topic and any other comments, insights, questions, or concerns you might have. I would love to hear them, and I'm sure that our entire community would love to hear them as well. And if you like this video, please do hit the like button near the bottom right of the screen, and also share this video with others. My goal is to upload one piece of content every morning by 9 a.m. Eastern Time, so check back daily. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to be a part of a meaningful community where we learn and grow together. There will always be more content like this that is uplifting, insightful, and helpful. Thank you.